5 people who survived the impossible. Number 5. Aaron Ralston amputated his lower right arm to survive the mountains. On May 2003, while Aaron Ralston was on a canyoneering trip in Blue John Canyon, near Moab, Utah, a boulder fell and pinned his right arm, crushing it. After carving his name, date of birth in the boulder, drinking his own urine, and videotaping his goodbyes, he decided to amputate his arm. He bowed his arm against chalkstone, snapped it in half, and used a dull blade to tear through the rest of the arm. Aaron Ralston survived, and the park authorities retrieved his arm. Aaron revisited the boulder to return the ashes of his cremated arm. Number 4. Roy Sullivan, struck by lightning 7 times. Roy Sullivan was a Virginia forest ranger who had an incredible attraction to lightning. Over his 36-year career as a ranger, Sullivan was struck by lightning 7 times and survived each jolt. But not unscathed, his 7th strike put him in the Guinness Book of World Records. Number 3. Frane Selak survived 6 deadly accidents and then won the lottery. Talk about an amazing mix of good and bad luck. Frane Selak has survived from a derailed train, a doorless plane, a bus crash, a car into flames, another 2 car accidents, then won $1 million lottery. His first survival story was on a train in 1962 when a train derailed into an icy river, killing 17 passengers, and Frane managed to escape with a broken arm and minor scratches. 1963, Frane was on a plane where suddenly a door blew off the cockpit and 19 people were killed, but Frane landed on a haystack and woke up days later in a hospital. 1966, 1979, and 1995, Frane went through a car spontaneous combustion, losing most of his hair, a bus crash in a river, hit by a bus, and, while driving through a mountain road, Selak drove off a guardrail to escape an oncoming truck and landed on a tree to watch his car explode 300 feet below. Frane finished off his bad luck with winning $1 million in the lottery in 2003. Remind me never to travel with this guy. Number 2. Alcide Moreno survived a 47-story fall. December 2007, Alcide Moreno was with his brother Edgar at their jobs as window washers on the 47th floor, about 500 feet up. Suddenly, the rig became disengaged and they fell down into an alleyway beside the building. Upon the arrival of the rescue crew, they found Edgar had passed away, but Alcide was alive, conscious, and sitting up. Alcide had injuries to his spine and brain, shattered limbs, and fractured ribs. Usually it's a death sentence to fall 10 stories, but Alcide recovered and was telling a story on morning talk shows by June 2008. Number 1. One of the most amazing stories in history. Louis Zamperini had a lifetime history of turning crap into gold. They have based a movie on Louis' life, the film Unbroken. The amazing odyssey of Louis Zamperini, an Olympic distance runner, represented the United States in 1936. He was in World War II as a bombardier who survived a horrific plane crash. If that not impressive enough to survive a plane crash, he spent 47 days adrift in shark-infested waters. The sharks floated alongside them like dogs waiting for a treat, poking at the raft and even occasionally attempting to jump in. Zamperini solved the problem by beating them with paddles whenever they approached. Louis found land, but too bad for him that it happened to be a Japanese POW camp. Some 28 months of starvation and torture in Japanese prison camps, he was finally saved. Louis forgave the Japanese as he says, "I forgive you," for punching like a prepubescent cheerleader with muscular dystrophy.